little bit of good news. Come on, won't you give me some good news? Yeah, yeah, I need some good news. Come on with you, baby, now. Good news. Yeah, yeah, yeah. All right. Lord have mercy. I got the daily blues. I got the blues. Hey, Jessica's got my dress on. I mean, Jessica. Uh-huh. Well, they got one of those microphones too. We made that very special investment just so we could sing songs for you. Maybe I'm gonna get through to somebody, one person that'll make my days true. I said maybe my song will matter reach somebody. Oh, maybe everything I do gonna all come true. Yeah, yeah, oh baby. I love the doorbell ringing in the background saying, more friends are coming over. Do you realize we're having a party right now? We are energizing each other just by getting to see each other's smiles and knowing that you are putting your 2 cents worth all the while. You give me strength to carry on when I see you working so hard. It takes away all of my blues. Oh yeah, you took away my daily blues. Oh yeah, no reason
Woo.
to have any blues today because we're here right now together. All that hard work you put in organizing to get this happening, look how it pays off at the end of it. You're going to think, wow, maybe I've made a difference. I don't know about y'all, but you probably saw the post. I got it on Facebook telling us the senators to call. And so I copied it and I pasted it, and I was running around while I was on my daily walk. I made a phone call to the Alaska senator, and you know what? The very next day, she said that she was going to vote to wait to um, put a new justice in. So, you know what? I think my one little phone call might have been what persuaded her to not jump on board with all the other Republicans. And all we got to do is keep stating from our heart and our mind. That's the truth.
Yeah, thank you so much, Leanne. We're gonna get this baby rolling, and that is such a great way to blast off. We're so excited to have you as our greeter, and we've got a couple more songs from you here in a few minutes. So looking so wonderful there in your home, and that just really makes us feel warm to see you in your dwelling and all of that charm that you bring to it. And so thank you again for being here for us. Kari, um, let's see, one little, before I blast into it, Kari, check the recording button. I think we're on pause, it looks like. And with that being said, we are off and we are running. And Envoys for Humanity is all about connecting folks with each other and with tools to get meaningful actions done as easily as possible. And we love the way that is exactly what happens with the postcarding endeavor. We have so much opportunity before us, and we're going to talk more about new initiatives that we're rolling out. But I would like to say that, you know, Envoys is so much about a place, about a space that we come to and that we share, not so much about, it's not a club. Everybody can be an envoy, but we're building a digital space together where people feel supported and where they can find the tools to get meaningful actions done as soon as possible. As you all know, time is running very thin. And so it is all about being expeditious. And with that being said, I'm going to stop beating around the bush and pass it on to my co-founder, Kari Ramirez, down in San Diego. Kari, how's it going today?
It's going pretty good. Keeping busy and just continuing the fight. I do want to take just a moment before we get into all of the rolling, is just to take a moment to say rest in peace, Ruth Bader Ginsburg. We had a huge loss this week, and a lot of emotions swell around that, because not only are we mourning this amazing warrior, but also repercussions of her her passing so close to an election, and a lot of things are going on. But she worked for this country until her very last breath. And so what we have to do is use that as fuel and fire inside us and continue on for her. And so I would just like to take, just a moment of silence and kind of just appreciate who she was, and use that to center yourself and to fight like mad for the next, 41 days until the election. So rest in power. All right, thank you guys. So we have a lot of exciting stuff going on. And so I'm gonna start real quick with a couple of initiatives that we have going on, a couple of projects, and I can put more information in the chat as it goes by. We are currently in a writer recruitment drive. And so we want to build our writing base as quickly and as hugely, is that a word, as possible. And so anytime you send somebody to our envoysforhumanity.org/postcarding, they will fill out a form, and there's a referral tab. And if they put your name in, then you're going to be entered into a raffle drawing, and we're going to have weekly prizes. And then we're also at the end of the contest, which is October 5th, right? Is it October 5th? I have to check on that. Oh my God, it just totally blanked. So the beginning of October. And so it's for the next couple weeks. And so make sure that you get friends, family to join. Not everybody wants to do these big virtual events like this, and that's completely okay. They can write independently. We should be moving hopefully within the next 24 hours into our huge push for North Carolina. Purge borders in North Carolina. The script is almost complete. The data is almost prepped for us. And so we need as many hands on deck writing those postcards. So send anybody that you know to envoysforhumanity.org postcarding. The other thing is we're also going to be running another Powered by People fundraiser. We sent emails out on Sunday, and so we're going to be sending more out for reminders of these initiatives that we're doing. So we're running that now until October 13th, and I know that one for sure. And so basically a $25 donation, you can donate anything you'd like. $25 donation gets you a virtual raffle ticket, each $25 you donate, to win a limited edition print of an El Paso Strong Beto print. And then we will do weekly prizes for that. And then at the end, we're going to be raffling off the big portrait. And so the donations start at $200. So if you donate $200, you get entered into the raffle to win the portrait, and you also get a print guaranteed for that. And then each additional $200, you'll get another raffle ticket for the portrait. So we have two kind of ways that you can do it: the $25 increment route or the $200 increment route. Our goal is to raise as much money as we possibly can to support the hard work daily that Powered by People volunteers, which includes many envoys, are doing every day to help flip Texas blue, and they're doing amazing things. So keep an eye out in your inbox, and if for some reason you don't get it, you can go to our website and contact us via the website, and we can get you on that emailing list if you're interested in those two things. So Writers, we're writing right now. We're writing as we listen to amazing music. Leanne, you just immediately lift me up, right when I need it. So that was beautiful, and I'm looking forward to hearing from you more. Postcarding, you know the deal. If you are a new postcarder, we're going to put information on the chat on how to get started. At any time during this Zoom, if you need more addresses, you're going to click on the link, fill out the form, and we'll get you more addresses. If you're new, there's a quick training presentation, and that will get you just quick information on what you need to do to write the postcards and examples of postcards if you need a little extra help. All that information will also be emailed to you, so you will have that in an email too. Currently, we have two things going on. We have a wait list forming. I love that everybody is just chomping at the bits for this North Carolina data, and it makes my heart so happy. And so you can sign up and get on the wait list, so you can be notified. Like I said, we're thinking within the next 24 hours, the data will be ready. And then we can send you addresses immediately if you want to get on that wait list. If you want to just start writing now, because you just can't stop writing, and that's our favorite writers, we are writing to Madeline Eden. She's in House District 17 in Texas. She's an amazing, amazing candidate. And so you can write for her if you like. And then as soon as we get the North Carolina addresses, we can reach out to you also. So there's a couple of ways you can work that form, and it's all going to be on that link that, thank you, Brandy, so much, put into the chat. Yes, go North Carolina. I just saw your little chat. And so that's, I think, all I have for now. I would love to check in with Amanda, our resident artist who does so many incredible things each week on the show and outside of it. And we're digging and loving her new hairstyle. So take it away, Amanda. What's up with you? What's new?
Well, very exciting. I voted this week because Virginia early voting, I got my ballot in the mail and was like, you know what, this is going right back out today. And the important thing about that is, at least in Virginia, you can see when your ballot was received and who it was counted for, which means no shenanigans. So really highly recommend, if your state allows it, go ahead and get it in and get it done, so that I'm going to be volunteering at the polls and I won't have to worry about my own vote on that day. So that's super exciting.
Oh, yay, good for you. I just signed up to be a poll worker also. So I'll be there right with you on election day, and they want us to do it like 8 days. We have it's a whole job for a week. So yay, well, good for you. And I will find out, because I know California also has that. I think ours is called Ballot Tracks, and you can actually track your ballot. So I'll look into it and see if there's a list somewhere to see if how many other states do that. But thank you for bringing that up, because that is a really great thing to be able to see where your ballot is and to know what's going on with it. It's awesome.
Yeah, it's just our state's registrar. So it might be, if you check your state's registrar, it doesn't do anything until it receives and counts it. But once it does, it'll give you like a list of your previous voting and stuff. And that's good for peace of mind for this election.
Right. Yes, we all need that. So what are you going to be working on today?
I am working on a little boy from, I believe, Honduras. And I just kind of found a picture of one of the kids because I was in the mood for a portrait.
Nice. Well, thank you so much. We'll be spotting Amanda all throughout the night, and always so appreciative of her work and her strength to be able to read through and find some kind of beautiful way to get the word out of these heartbreaking accounts of these kids that are being detained under our name, in our name. So thank you so much, Amanda.
Yeah, thank you, Gray.
And we'll be checking in with you later tonight. So thank you so much. And Jesse, I always love checking in with Jesse each week. You have just such this calming spirit about you that I know every Tuesday we're just going to connect, even though it's online, and just, have the space to have a little bit of celebration, do some work, a moment to stop. And so welcome, Jesse, back for another week.
Great to see you. Always great to see you also have this energy that surrounds you that is just so inspiring and encompassing. It's welcoming for all of us. So thank you. Thank you for being you. And thanks to everybody for being here tonight. We have amazing music coming. Can we do a quick song from Leanne? Awesome. Leanne, are you
I am so glad.
unmuted?
I'm so glad to be with you.
It's so good to see you.
So good to see
Leanne
you.
has a new album coming out. I should tell you that. And it's coming soon.
And we've decided the single is going to be Cleaning House.
Nice.
And waiting on that video. So anyway, so I'll do a few songs or one song. Just tell me what. I'm all ears, whatever you need. Got it?
I think one.
Okay, perfect. I was down in the middle of a situation out of control. I didn't know what was wrong with me. I was crawling out so slow. But then I looked up, I saw the shining light, and I knew I know the way to go. And then I found myself holding on tighter, letting go of control, and now it's so much brighter, y'all. And I'm smack dab in a miracle, standing in the middle of love. Yes, I am. Smack dab in a miracle. I'm wrapped up in your love, yeah. Your love, your love. It's a big community. That's a lot of love. Yeah, I knew anywhere I turned, I'd be right back where I come from. I had to step back and take a bird's eye view, 'cause the signs are every which one. And then I found myself holding on tighter, letting go of control. And now it's so much brighter, yeah. And I'm smack dab in a miracle, wrapped up in my arms of love. Yes, I am smack dab in a miracle. Wrapped up, I'm wrapped up. I guess it's all in your attitude. Smack dab in a miracle, yeah. Oh, I knew it. I thought about it, and I saw it. Now I understand, y'all. If I let go of control, you know what I mean? I'll be standing testifying, can't dance with me, baby. And we're smack dab in the miracle, fly high, standing in the middle of love. I am smack dab in the miracle. I'm dancing with that darling, yeah, you make me so happy. It's love, yeah. Shake your body, make your soul feel good, yeah. I'm wrapped up in love, yeah, yeah. You and me, we shall overcome now, yeah, now. Smack dab in a miracle. Right here, right now. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Leanne Atherton coming to us from Texas for the Zocalo Zoom. So good to see you. So good to hear you always. Thank you for being here. And I like the mic. The mic is way cool. The mic looks like it could be from the 40s from MGM.
But doesn't it sound good?
It does.
I hope it does.
Oh, it does. It does. Again, thanks for being with us,
Okay.
Leanne Atherton. We have a couple more musical guests that we want to introduce you to. Coming up a little bit later, Cody Canada. And coming up now is Mike McClure. And this winds up being a little bit of serendipity in that these guys have a long history together, and going back to Red Dirt, Stillwater. And Mike, are you around?
I am around. How are you, Jesse?
I'm good. How are you?
It's great to see you.
It's great to see you too, always. Mike has a new record as well. And we thank you for sharing your talent and your music with us on this Tuesday night for the Zocalo Zoom.
Well, thank you.
Would you-
This is my first political gig. And,
Yay.
So Turn Texas Blue is something I'm into too. So I'm glad to be here and glad to be a part of it. And thank you
Well,
for having me.
we love having you. I don't know if you could maybe make it a little bit louder before we get rolling. And of course, that's
Love. Went up right
cool.
there. How's that? Is that better?
Better.
You need any more? Good?
Cool.
Okay.
Great to see you.
It's good to see you too.
Nice banner. Nice poster.
Thank you. Yeah, this is the one that hasn't been stolen. I had one out in the front and somebody stole it, and I live in a pretty red state, Oklahoma, and but I'm behind Biden all the way, and so we bring it inside at night.
Please play for us.
Ready? This is a song called Distractions, about all the distractions going on in the world. Distractions all around. It's too much, I guess, especially right now, 'cause the world is such a mess. Hey, but this guitar, it feels good, and the strings, they ring out loud, and this place is in the wood, oh, that I have worn down. Light a candle if you want to, but I'm past all that. Only one thing will keep my thoughts in line. I like it when the words just wanna fall out. Like 'em better when they don't even feel like mine. And I'm tired of worrying. It's really not my style. And I'm waking up. Oh, I've been away a while. Don't remember your name, but I love you just the same. Oh, and I'll be on my way. Which way was I going? It's a welcome to the new you, and it's a steeper path. Oh, but you are not alone, and you are not your past. Light a candle if you want to, but I'm past all that. Only one thing will keep my thoughts in line. I like it when the words just wanna fall out. Like 'em better when they don't even feel like mine. I'm tired of worrying. Really not my style, and I'm waking up. Oh, I've been away a while. I don't remember your name, but I love you just the same. Oh, and I'll be on my way. Which way was I going? Now it's time to lay low. The crops are all in the field. It's time to go slow. It's time to polish my shield. It's been a long road to hoe, still a long way to go.
good, and you look really pretty.
Oh, thank you, Eric Hansen. I only do this for you, you know. I want to do a song and send this out. This song's actually out on the radio now. Actually, my first single in a long time. But it's about missing Tom Skinner, missing Joe Hardy, missing Steve Ripley. Some really close friends of mine that were my mentors. They passed away over a period of 3 years here. Well, I woke up in a parking lot. Sun was burning down on me hot as West Hell in the summer. Brother, it ain't been nothing but one big bummer right after another, far as I can tell. If the bright side ain't the first place I go hide when everything in my space feels wrong. All the way down the line, never mind that the mule is blind. Load the wagon down one more time. And the days went by like double disco pie and cherry cola. Oh, I always was a 2-bit fuzzy rock and roller. Yeah, the days went by like blackbirds on the fly over Magnolia. As it turns out, I got a little bit burned out, but I'm still smoking. Yeah, I'm still smoking. Yeah, the days they got spent up, and I might have got bent up, but I am not broken. No, I am not broken. It's got horns on it. Yes, and the days went around. You were the needle on the sound of our own Victrola. And the skies turned to rust, and we crawled out of the dust of Oklahoma. Yes, the days went by like blackbirds on the fly over Magnolia. And as it turns out, I got a little bit burned out, but I'm still smoking. Yeah, I'm still smoking. The days got spin up, and we might have got bent up, but we are not broken. No, I am not broken.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's late in the evening, really almost morning, in the middle of nowhere, looking up for Orion without even trying. Here she comes shining like diamonds down through the air. And we're all spinning, so they say, but I don't feel like I'm moving. Getting a little closer every day. Hey, but closer's got me feeling. Closer's got me feeling farther. closer's got me feeling farther. Closer only feels farther away. Hey, hey, whoa, away. Well, the moon has a dark side. It's along for the long ride. Just to push the tide away, pull it right back in. Well, the days they seem hectic, but this night feels electric. And Orion is hiding, so I'm biding what's left of my time. We're all spinning, so they say. Hey, I don't feel like I'm moving. Get a little closer every day. Hey, but closer's got me feeling. Closer's got me feeling farther. Closer's got me feeling farther. Closer only feels farther away. Hey. That was called Orion. Thank you, Envoys for Humanity, for having me tonight, and I'd like to thank all the postcard writers and senders out there. Awesome. It's good to be a part of. This song's called Sword and Saddle. This is about going off into battle without a sword or a saddle, which I tend to do. Well, I rode off into battle without a sword or a saddle, yeah, but while everybody else just rattled on, at least I went riding in, speaking my truth, to walk like fire was burning through my heart's desire. No more walking on a wire, but may fly from time to time again. I'll see you next winter if the sky don't fall in the middle of December. Moon don't drop right on top of our heads. Remember that if I'm not dead, then I'm gaining on the life I should have led, surrendering instead. Always living on the run. Yeah, it's been said before, now it's said and done. Well, the world, it keeps on coming. You can hide or you can try running. You can slide for a while, but the miles, they take their toll away. Someday, well, you'll find out what it all really was all about. One thing's clear, no doubt we gotta get out. We can't stay here, and I'll see you next winter if the sky don't fall in the middle of December. Moon don't drop right on top of our heads. Remember that if I'm not dead, then I'm gaining on the life I should have led, surrendering instead of always living on the run. Yeah, it's been said before, now it's said and done. It's been said before, now it's said and done. It's been said before, now it's said and done. Here's an oldie. This is called Dings. I am just a poor boy, don't have a dollar to my name, but I got a love inside, don't lay no blame. Hey, I know your wicked ways, yeah, 'cause I have been down to. You don't need to point your fingers at me, 'cause I won't point mine at you. Yes, it's the trials, tribulations, all the awkward situations that the living brings. It's the trying and believing they'll be flying after grieving. Whoa, and in the end, we all must earn our own wings. I got a good old soul. It's just got a few dings. I have found judgment does nothing. It puts a weight on me. I'd rather walk upon the water and go sinking like a stone into your sea. I've been trying to lighten up, leave all that behind. I ain't found nothing worth much more to me than my peace of mind. It's the trials and tribulations, all the awkward situations that the living brings. It's the trying and believing they'll be flying after grieving. Whoa, and in the end, we all must earn our own wings. I got a good old soul. It's just got a few dings. I got a good old soul. It's just got a few dings. I want to do a song for you, like Chrislyn Lawrence, my girlfriend slash what? Everything else?
Well, I don't know. What were you going
Was
to
it?
say?
I don't know. Everything else, my everything.
Oh.
This
Hi, everybody.
this next song I wrote 3 or 4 years ago. It was called Mad Men in Medicine, and I recorded it with The Great Divide. We did a little greatest hits package and put 4 new songs on there, and this was one of them. And this song has a little bit different relevance now. I don't know if it was some sort of foreshadowing or what, but it's called Mad Men in Medicine. Look at the light shining down on the muddy boggy. Look at the top of the drop where the river begins. Look at the love that I shove out the door when I'm angry. Look at the night turning into the daylight again. They brought the medicine in, and the medicine made the rounds. And a spoonful of surrender helped that medicine go down. And the older ones would try to keep her steady, while the younger ones were pushing for change. Somebody should have went and warned somebody, but I don't think nobody ever came. So the madmen brought the medicine in, and the medicine made the rounds. And a spoonful of surrender helped that medicine go down. And the older ones would call it all evil, and the younger ones would revel in that fact. Nobody even saw the last ship leaving. Now I don't think it's ever coming back. The madmen, they brought the medicine in, and the medicine made the rounds. And a spoonful of surrender help that medicine go down. And the instant that you make yourself a master is the instant that you make the world a slave. And the difference in the here and ever after is in the distance from the cradle to the grave. And the madmen, they brought the medicine in, and the medicine made the rounds. And a spoonful of surrender helped that medicine go down. Look at the light shining down on the muddy bog. Look at the night turning to the daylight again. Thank you. This is a tune I wrote for a movie called Descent of Rain and Lightning, and she's gonna sing it this time. How about that?
Don't let the day up and slip away from you. Try to stay inside of the moment. 'Cause once they're gone, they keep on moving on. They ain't coming back around this way, and you know it. Yeah, you know it like the place you hide behind your face. It's disgraceful not to show it, and it's a shame you blame someone else for everything. My God, it don't work that way. Just put it down. You can't go around it, go over or under. And I wonder, is heaven closer, farther from us now? That cannonball you caught, well, it was not my warning shot, but it was the first shot across my bow. I don't aim on stopping while the cannonballs keep dropping. Remember how we talked about this moment? It's upon us now, and you know it like the place you hide behind your face. It's disgraceful not to show it, and it's a shame you blame someone else for everything. My God, it don't work that way. Just put it down. Can't go around and go over or under. And I wonder, is heaven, is it closer, farther from us now? And it's a shame you blame someone else for everything. My God, don't work that way. Just put it down. Can't go around and go over or under. And I wonder, is heaven, is it closer, farther from us now? From us now. From us now.
Good job. Yeah, go ahead.
I just want to say something to y'all real fast about that song and just being grateful to
to have found you guys. I'm a native Texan, and I still vote in Texas, so I've signed up to do the postcards and everything. And that song we just did, the memory came flooding back earlier when we were thinking about what songs to do. When, you know, the vote was going to, about to go through in Georgia in 2019. I can't remember if that was like May or June. The strictest abortion laws that we had really seen in my adulthood anyway. And I was driving home to meet with my family. I'm from a super conservative small town, conservative family, and we were in the midst of this big thing, at least particularly from my perspective, and I was have to muster up the courage, I guess, again in my 40s to go have a conversation about things that I believe in. And this song that he had written that I really loved was like, kind of became like this anthem or this prayer, I guess, for getting through that and thinking about in these situations that we go through, you know, that fine line of towing and speaking our truth, no matter what, no matter who it offends, and not coddling, and how sometimes that can be hard in certain relationships, especially right now. And that song for me, and the idea of, you know, having to say and do and let go of the things that are keeping us down, so that we can get to those conversations. And I just want to say, you know, I think we are, and I know that's where you guys all are, and you're in this, and just encourage us all to keep sifting through what we need to let go of, you know, so that we can be stronger and more in the light and speak these truths. Yeah.
Let's do Brighter Days. This is a song we wrote together. Hearing Jesus' name thrown around quite a bit lately, and
we just wrote this like in the last couple weeks, so this will be debut.
So if we... Wait, ready?
So if we come together now in the name of love, then we'll all find brighter days.
Now I heard about a man somewhere way off in the Middle East. He said to truly become the first in the kingdom, well, you gotta become the least. He said the kingdom of heaven is inside. How many more of us are gonna have to die? How many more wars must we fight before we find some peace? So swing low, please, and try to somehow see how fear gets in our way. If we come together now in the name of love, then we'll all find brighter days. You know, it was another man of color that the law put down. He never wanted to be a king, but they made him wear a thorny crown. Was a teacher and a seeker of the truth, turning over tables on the thieves. Imagine today he'd be the first rebel out in the streets. Yes, so swing low, please, and try to somehow see how fear gets in our way. If we come together now in the name of love, then we'll all find brighter days. There you go. This next tune, I'm gonna do Pink. There.
Yeah.
This next song is about my great-grandfather. Some of it, he was a moonshiner during Prohibition in Oklahoma, and he got busted by the cops and had to go to the pen. Well, my great-grandpa is Elmo Lewis. He's from Pink, Oklahoma, way back when. He was a farming man, watermelons and moonshine, till they hauled him off to the Leavenworth pen. Jack was his oldest boy. He went off to the big war. He got gunned down, had on Pelelu. Got a picture in his uniform, standing next to his mama. Look on her face said she already knew. And they grew up just off Highway 9, and they lived through awful times. They still laughed in photographs, and they waited on the dark to pass. And when I walked their field of bone and stone, I pulled the weeds up that have grown around the names that have passed on. And it binds me to my own. It reminds me I'm not alone on this long road winding home. Thelma Pauline was my dad's mother. Her daddy's name was Carol. He played a mandolin. Got this old black diamond string hanging up on my wall, like the knowing once it belonged to him. There was Lucy and Patsy. There was Bill and Claudine. There was Emma and Mamie. Mamie Irene. And they grew up just off Highway 9, and they lived through awful times. They still laughed in photographs and waited in the dark to pass. And when I walked their field of bone and stone, I pulled the weeds up that have grown around the names that have passed on. And it binds me to my own. It reminds me I'm not alone on this long road winding home. And my great grandpa was Mr. Elmo Lewis. Coming up next, what do I got time for? One more? Cody Canada, my close personal friend, Cody Canada. We go back to when he was 16 years old, riding in the back of a pickup truck with me and the Great Divide, headed down to play at Larry Joe Taylor's Possum Kingdom Jamboree. It's Cody Canada up next, folks. Jesse Scott, I want to say thank you. Love you. Appreciate all your support from Gavin Magazine days to XM Channel 12 days, and until now, thank you for having me, and I'd like to thank everybody with Envoys for Humanity. Thank you very much. I am going to play a song called Floods. Thanks again to all the postcard writers out there. Appreciate y'all. Fear. I'm a pile of doubts, but I hope through the fear. I pray it all works out, as it always does. When it rains, sometimes it floods. Hey, I'm a shot in the dark. I'm a fist in the gut. I might do something crazy, get myself out of a rut. Yeah, when push comes down to shove, when it rains, sometimes it floods. Let the dam break down, the water wash over me. I don't care if I drown, not if that's how it has to be. Let the water wash over me. Here I get out on the edge, and I come back to the middle, and it's all points in between of my own personal riddle, and the answers all slowly come when it rains. Sometimes it floods. Yeah, but it all gets lost, no matter how hard you try. Everything comes with a cost, and there ain't a way to slide. And this illusion is clear as mud. When it rains, sometimes it floods. Let the dam break down, let the water wash over me. I don't care if I drown, not if that's how it has to be. Let the water wash over me. Let the dam break down, let the water wash over me. I don't care if I drown, not if that's how it has to be. Let the water wash over me. Right up on the 8 o'clock hour. I guess we're turning things over to Cody Canada.
Not yet, actually. Thank
Oh.
you so much, Mike, for
Thank you, Jesse.
coming into our houses. I love the music. Of course, we go back a ways, so I've loved the path that you've been on. I was trying to figure out when the last time I saw you was, and I think it was Hill Country Galleria, maybe.
Was that the thing in Austin at Threat?
Yeah. No, it might have been Bee Cave.
I think it might have, where?
Bee Cave, the Hill Country Galleria. Did you play like a Saturday night there?
Oh, yeah.
Outdoors?
Yeah, that was a long time ago.
Yeah, it was. But anyway, it's great to see you.
Still alive.
You're here. And I'm really glad that you're still making music, and pretty particularly poignant for this moment. So thank you for curating that set. And thanks to Chrislyn also. So great to have you. Thank you for stepping up very last minute to make this happen. So cool.
Well, we're not going anywhere, so it was perfect.
All of us kind of get together on Tuesday night. So you're welcome to repeat
Awesome.
next week and come do some postcarding with us. I don't know what the number is that we're up to. Kari, I don't know if you want to give us a quick update on the postcarding numbers.
Your ears must have been burning because I was just talking to Carla about it. Because I'm working on graphics to kind of close out our Texas campaign and move on to our North Carolina. And so total that we have written together, and this takes a village. So far for Texas, we have written 34,439 postcards reaching out to unregistered voters in Texas. We did have some smaller campaigns writing out to specific candidates. So close to 35,000, and the wait list is growing. I swear every time I check the wait list is growing for North Carolina. So I am just so excited because we're going to get those addresses out to you hopefully by tomorrow, and you can just churn them out and come back for more, and we can just grow that number starting with North Carolina. So good work.
Good job. That's great, Kari. I want to introduce Robyn Donaldson. Now, she is the co-founder of Paths to Peace, which is a team of trauma-informed yoga educators, healing artists, and psychotherapists who offer training and programs in restorative justice, racial healing, community building, and peace and nonviolence. Robyn, are you here?
Yes. Hi, everyone.
Hey, it's great to see you.
Good to see you too. Thanks for having me.
Oh, it's awesome to have you. You actually are going to be the host for an upcoming event, a postcarding event on September 30th. Do you want to talk about that?
Yes, absolutely. So thank you, everyone. It's been an honor to come here. I've been hearing about your group for quite some time now, because some of the people in the group I ran into early on in Iowa and just along the primary. So yeah, so thank you for writing all of those postcards, and just every little bit helps. And I think those special touches go a long way with people. So thank you so much. So next week we'll be screening the documentary All In, The Fight for Democracy. And I actually seen the documentary, I think it was about a week or so ago. They were doing events where they were going to drive-ins across the country. And I think they're still touring around the country. So, check that out. But I was able to see the screening at a drive-in movie, and it's excellent. I mean, every American really needs to see it, because it really goes into the history of voting rights, a lot of just unknown things. My parents are from the whole civil rights, era. So, and they're both, educators. So I thought I knew, so much about, voting rights and everything, but they really include a lot of information that, we don't hear, about where we are now and how we got here along voting rights. And they also follow, I'm based in Atlanta, Georgia. So they followed, parts of Stacey Abrams' campaign, as well as some other campaigns, and just really showing you how voter suppression works in the modern day, here in 2020. And there's some things that are just, similar throughout history. And then there's some things that are now expanding and changing. And a lot of people, when they think about voter suppression and things like that, they have a very specific, viewpoint about it. But really, it's just anything that's going to put an obstacle in your way of voting. So, even a lot of times, I'll see things, where, people were all saying, like, I don't care how long I have to stand in line, I'm going to stand in line. Or like my mom, she's like, I'm going to bring my chair and have my lunch. And that's great. Like, we want, to have that determination and enthusiasm, but we should not have to do that, just to cast a vote, in this country. And, it's not like this is some common thing that's, happening around the world. There's places, other countries where everyone is just automatically registered, or you're sent a ballot, automatically, and, things like that. And a lot of it, has to just do with our history. So All In gets all into that. I didn't spoil it or anything. It goes into all those details. So it'd be great, if you all can join us and invite people. I'm going to invite some people too. And I think it might, piss you off a little bit, but it's in a good way, like, just very righteous anger in a good way can be good. So I think it'll be something motivating for us as we go into October.
Yeah, I would like to see someday that Election Day is actually a holiday, and people don't have to take off from work to
exactly, and a
especially
paid holiday.
They have 2 hours and they have to, and then they're hung up because you're online for 8 hours. I mean, plus the places, of course, where the lines are very strategic.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely, it's very strategic. Yes,
and in the worst possible way.
Yeah.
So next week, that is on September 30th. And I just want to mention that our Zocalo Zoom next week will be on Monday, because I can't believe it, but the first debate is Tuesday.
Oh yes. So that'll be, I can't wait to see that.
Yeah, that's going to be something. That's going to be.
I just hope I just keep having this vision, of them like trying to like wrestle each other down on the stage, both of them. So hopefully we can get through it.
The bot thing. I want to talk to you about this Paths to Peace initiative that you started, because this is really fascinating to marry different pursuits, different kinds of therapy into this one thing. Do you want to talk about how it came to be?
Sure, sure. I mean, long story short, I've just come from both my parents were elected officials in our suburb and outside Chicago in Illinois, and I've just always been around politics and organizing, and then just living in the Chicago area that has just a rich history and legacy around organizing and social justice. So for me, those things have always been a part of my life. And then I became a yoga teacher about 11 years ago, but I've been a student of yoga for about 21 years. So the more I started to learn about yoga and the civil rights movement, it's all kind of, for me, like interconnected, because some of the nonviolence principles that Dr. King used came from Mahatma Gandhi in India when they were seeking their independence from the British. And so when you look at some of those principles that are from yoga that were used, for these nonviolent resistance movements, it all, to me, is interconnected. So I use it as a way for community building and just really focusing on education around trauma. And, we're able to use trauma and yoga and therapy and healing arts, to work with organizations and individuals, really all kinds of people, because everyone has, some experience around trauma.
The healing arts piece of it is interesting to me too, just because, we hold trauma deep in our muscles, and being able to release that energy really gives you, psychic freedom kind of, it's a really deep seated thing. And I think that there's a lot of people that, really hold themselves tight that benefit from learning about this.
Yes, no, absolutely. You have to make room, in your nervous system, to be able to do a lot of this work, because otherwise, we're all human and having, our own lives and experiences. And then when we're trying to do that, plus, make change in the world, through, various acts, you need to have something that's going to, relax you, distress you, and allow you to release, that trauma from, that's in your tissues and the muscle patterns and things like that. You have to make space in order to be able to be creative and strategic and, make the right choices and decisions. And what's great about the healing arts aspect of it too, whether it's music, even like what you're doing now, it's one thing, writing postcards, but coming together, as a community, and then having artists, share their gifts. And, a lot of times, the intellectual mind cannot, give language to emotions and feelings and things like that. And a lot of times music can, or painting, or just, or writing, or any other, form of the arts. So we're all in the same boat here.
Who are some of the other people that are part of Paths to Peace with you?
Yeah, we have people, we've worked with a lot of, actually, it's funny, we've worked with Biden for president, we've worked with Fair Fight Action, and John Ossoff for Senate. And, it's a very easy way, again, to just bring people together, to breathe and to just, connect. And then we've also done some work with United States Institute of Peace and the Alliance for Peace Building. So it's very accessible, to really any organization, because we're so inundated with so much, trauma collectively, like with the pandemic, and then just anything. It could be something around employment, or it could be, just something personally, any kind of grief or loss. So people have been, I definitely feel like since the pandemic, people have been, more open to the work and things like that. So that's, I guess, a good thing. So hopefully I did hear actually today, Senator Kamala Harris, she did speak on the campaign trail in Detroit, I think it was, or somewhere in Michigan. And she was talking about trauma and talking about anxiety and depression. And so I'm glad to hear that that's like part of the national conversation now, because it's been years, in the making.
So if you were to give some people that are watching tips for how to just chill when, because there are moments you see a headline and, I mean, Ruth Bader Ginsburg passing on Friday night was just a, stop everybody on our tracks. Are there things that we can do? Can you give us a real quick, like kind of breathing lesson or, are there things we can do to?
Yeah, absolutely. And I just like really, just simple, accessible things, in the moment that people can do. So one thing I like to do or teach, tell people about is releasing breaths. And that's where you inhale through your nose and just exhale the breath completely through your mouth. So it'll look like this. You'll inhale, you want to fill your stomach up like a balloon and inhale through your nose. And then when you're ready to exhale, you're just going to bring space between the lips and just exhale through your mouth. And just let the shoulders relax down. And you take a few releasing breaths, inhaling through the nose, exhaling completely through the mouth, and just relaxing your shoulders. I mean, that in itself can just slow down the mind and the racing thoughts, start calming the nervous system. So that's one thing, the releasing breath. Second thing is just putting your feet flat on the floor or on the ground or floor, or if you're standing outside, or if if you're able to, take your shoes and socks off and stand on the ground outside, that helps to ground your energy and just give you some stability. And you can throw in the releasing breath, at the same time. And then the last thing I like to do is just, placing your palms right over your heart and just sort of tilting your forehead towards your heart. So just kind of, getting the thinking mind, getting out of the thinking mind and just dropping down into your heart. And again, you can take a few deep breaths there. I mean, all of those things can just take you out of whatever chaos might have been happening just in the moment. And just helping to keep you present, because most of us, I mean, the majority, people, our thoughts were either in the past, whether it's like a minute or two ago or like 20 years ago, or our mind is going into the future, 2 minutes forward, or what you're going to be doing 10 years from now. And that's what starts to cause, a lot of that anxiety and fear and wanting to control and things like that. So the breath, putting the releasing breaths, putting your feet flat on the ground and bringing the palms to the heart and just bowing towards your heart, that can kind of sink you back into the moment.
We thank you so much.
Oh, sure. Absolutely.
Especially for the tips. And again, you're going to be the host for an upcoming postcarding event that's happening September 30th. And that, do you know what time it is on the 30th?
I don't want to quote the time, but I believe it's going to be in the evening, something accessible for the West Coast too.
Yeah, so we're still working on, we'll get the link and make sure we email it out to everybody. So it's going to be from 5 to 8 next Wednesday. So, and that's Pacific time. So add your on, depending on where you are.
Add or subtract.
Yeah, add or subtract. Yeah. we're like one of the first over in the West Coast. So
do we have any Hawaii people?
Right.
Robyn Donaldson, thank you so much for hanging out with us.
Thank you all. And when I think about you all, I see that the quote of just, small acts can change the world. So that is it's fabulous what you all have created. And it seems very sustainable. And yeah, I'm super excited and glad and honored to be part of your group.
Thank you so much for being here this evening.
Thank you.
I want to shoot over to Leanne Atherton for a second, because there's yet another event coming up that I want you to talk about, Leanne, if you are around.
I am around.
Here you are.
I'm so excited for Thursday night, doing it Austin style, whatever that is. But Jesse, you know what it is. It's laid back with lots of energy still. Kevin Russell will be here playing, and Kelly McWee, and Guy and Jessica Forsyth, and I'll be here, and Scott Strickland, and who knows who else will come, because that would be an Austin way too. And these are all people who have played for a Zocalo Zoom and just coming back to give an extra push. Thanks to you all, Jesse, for your energy connecting us all. It's really amazing. I'm honored to be a part and to feel like I can be helpful in some way. Sorry, I was just eating black beans. They've been cooking all day long too. Anyway,
Awesome. Yeah, no, so that is the 24th, Thursday night, or is it day and night? I'll let you get your.
Yeah, I'm good. I think I got it.
Okay.
That is, it is Thursday, 7
p.m. Central Time.
Yep. Oh, yes, our Central Time. That's right. Texas time, as I like to call it. Of course, all Texans always like to think that, right? It all revolves around us.
I'm in Central Time too, so
That's right. Well, Nashville is just an extension
in Nashville, so
you know,
everything is an extension of Texas, isn't it?
Seems like it.
Colorado, Texas.
So that I know I've been really promoting it too, to make a big push for Thursday night. And I was telling a friend about it today, and she was like, well, do you think it's going to make any difference? And I said, well, if I got a postcard other than a printed advertisement from somebody who wants me to vote for them, if I got a handwritten postcard that somebody cared enough to say, please register to vote, your voice is your vote. Look what I got today when I was getting discouraged with my junk mail. And then I got this. I was like, oh yeah, we're not going to stop. But if I got a beautiful postcard, it would inspire me to think like, well, if somebody would take the time to do that, maybe my voice does matter. Maybe I am important enough to register to vote. So
we hate to, drive this home all the time, but every vote counts. And giving up and saying, well, my vote doesn't count. If you don't try, you don't ever accomplish anything. And, for all of us, even in red states, to vote is really important. And it's not just the presidency, it's every other person that's running. And you can make a difference on all of the different rungs of folks in your community. And if we don't start there and start grooming people who are activists, and we're never going to have the higher offices if we don't start at the local level. Even for your city council races, those are important too. So it's not just voting for president, which is obviously really important, more than ever this year, but it's every other race as well.
Yeah, so the work that y'all are doing, the writers are doing, your hands cramp, it's hard, all that art and dedicate, getting the postcards, buying the stamps, going to the post office, it's really a big deal. And that energy, maybe we really are shifting the energy. And that's all I could tell my friend, like, and I keep talking about invoice for to everyone. They're like, well, I'm trying to get on, so I'm trying to make it easier, so they can find that password and the link. Sometimes Zoom can be cumbersome, but just here's the link, go to Zoom, there's the link. And
not to mention that we're all in it together, and being able to get together on a Tuesday night or any of the other events through the week really makes you aware you're not alone. And I think that is such an important thing to remember right now. So thank you for what you do. And thanks to everybody for postcarding. Thanks to Kari and to Scott for putting this together. And we want to bring Cody Canada in now. Cody, are you with us? As I wait, it's hard to unmute yourself always.
Do you have me? You got me?
I gotcha.
Hello. How are you, Jesse?
I'm so good. How are you?
I am very, very good. I'm so used to doing these Zoom shows that I've got it down.
Awesome. Well, that sounds great.
Well, thanks. Yeah, got some microphones and headphones and trying to make it all right. I really, really appreciate you hollering at me for this.
I'm so happy to see you. And, it's been just for all of the musicians that have had to transfer from live events to streaming, such an interesting learning curve in getting the right equipment to be able to make it sound good. And so thank you for, I know you stream a lot, for bringing that to us tonight. Would you play for us, please?
Yes, you got it. All right, I got a list of about 10 here, and I'll if I get a little long in the tooth, just let me know. Hey, every now and then it gets to me. Maybe it's religion and the moaning and the bitching and the lying and the stealing, cheating politician that's coming right at me through the satellite feed. Why don't you make this day easy on me? Hey, I was taking my time down a Portland street. The man said he ain't rough, he wanted my stuff. Minimum wage wasn't nearly enough. Take my money, both of my shoes, if it makes this day easy on you. Straight and honest, the good Lord above, bloody knuckles and a woman to love. You say you'll do it when you say you'll do it, it ain't ever gonna be free, but it can be easy. Hey, what's better than one? What's better is two. Come on and take my hand, I got a plan. It's all laid out, what you waiting on, man? Trust in me and I'll trust in you, 'cause easy is the easiest thing to do. Straight and honest, good Lord above, bloody knuckles and a woman to love. You say you'll do it when you say you'll do it, it ain't ever gonna be free, but it can be easy. It could be easy. It could be easy. All right. That one's off a record called Hippie Love Punk from a while back. And let's see, this one is this one's off my latest record called 3. Satellites and meteors circle the sun. See what we've done, are we really someone? All of this and crashing down, who do we blame? The man in charge of the latest game, his engineer on his runaway train. Who's it for? What's it to you? Having a good time, hallelujah. How about you? yeah. All of this is said and done. Who do we pay? Who do we pay when it's said and all done? Gonna do the right thing. I doubt that they will. When it's said and done, they're gonna leave you still. Who's it for? What's it to you? Having a good time, hallelujah. How about you? Yeah. I got me a sure thing ready to go. Right after the show, we're gonna let it all roll. Good times and bad times sticking around. I'm flying high when she touches down. Still the queen of the underground sound. Who's it for? What's it to you? Having a good time, hallelujah. How about you, yeah? Satellites and meteors circle the sun, circle the sun, circle the sun. All right. Oh, look at you beautiful people. All right, it's a love song. She's got that southern thing about her. It sometimes it drops me to my knees. Sometimes it makes it hard to love her. But I always come around and see. Hey, lady, I'm nothing without you. Hey, baby, you're nothing without me. We gotta constantly. Yeah, one look from her eyes gets me thinking. What the hell did I have done this time? But it's love that I mistake for anger. The woman drives me out of my mind. Hey, lady, I'm nothing without you. Hey, baby, you're nothing without me. We gotta constantly. Can't wrap my mind around leaving. Yeah, if she did, then surely find me gone. Sounds a heartache up on boughs of grieving. there's not a chance in hell I can carry on. Hey lady, I'm nothing without you. Yeah, baby, you're nothing without me. We got constantly. She's got that certain thing about her. I just noticed that a guy named Wade Bowen has joined us. And Wade Bowen happens to be my brother-in-law. And he is a wonderful singer-songwriter. And we've been brother-in-laws for 15 years and friends longer than that. And we spent a lot of holidays together. And we spent last night we did a thing called the Sequestered Songwriters, where we have all been doing this Facebook thing where we pick an artist and we cover their songs. And one night we were asked to do one, and there was 50 of us, and we raised about $25,000 for picking for preemies there in Fort Worth, Texas, at the Cook's Hospital. And Wade and I got to hang out last night for the first time in a bit. And I love you, buddy. If you can hear me, and if you can't hear me, I know you know that. This is a tune that Wade and I wrote together. I proclaim you to the Father. You proclaim me to the people. Father said, church, it's in your heart, son. You don't always need a steeple. Preachers' truths, they're always shown. When you follow a heart, make sure it's your own. One man's lived it into heaven. One man's cast into hell. First man's beliefs are the second man's prison. Second man's beliefs are the first man's jail. To be or not to be, you're born to decide what'll set you free. When it's said and done, sit back and watch the show. When it all goes down, there ain't nobody know. I got something on my mind that I can't ignore. I've got to tell you all the truth. The devil comes rapping on my back door. Times I don't know what to do. I see the light, it starts to fade. Then blinds my eyes as I turn away. When it's said and done, sit back and watch the show. When it all goes down, there ain't nobody know. The offer's on the table, the pen's in my hand. The devil thinks he's got a deal. Temptation road maybe paved in gold, but the gravel one is better, my friend. When it's said and done, sit back and watch the show. When it all goes down, there ain't nobody know. There ain't nobody know. Right. I'll do one here I wrote for a friend of mine that I haven't seen in quite some time, and I actually get to see him tomorrow night. His name is Robert Joseph Hanson. We call him Uncle Bob. and he is from Stephenville, Texas, but he spent a little time up in Brooklyn, New York. And I met him through a song I wrote for my dad. My dad is a Vietnam veteran and my hero. And I wrote a song for him. And that friend of mine, Bob, heard it and told me his story on a ride from all the way from Houston, Texas to Pennsylvania in a van. And he told me his life story. And I was very, very excited to put it to paper. Well, I got a friend who lives out of town, loves to sit and burn one down, spins the vinyl on his stereo. Every now and then he speaks of war, one eternity on a boring shore, fighting for his way home. Yeah, fighting for his way home. Turn on to his native land, left New York for Texas, man, quiet as hinds, they were in his cars. He met a girl, he met a man, dropped to his knees and he took her hand. A simple life, it ain't that hard. No, simple life, it ain't that hard. New generation on the ground, nothing in the world could bring him down, flying like he had wings. 7 years came and went, not one of them was pull that spin. A good man's life, he was chiseling. Yeah, good man's life, he was chiseling. Reflecting on the Viet Cong, Uncle John's band and the Dylan song, smelling like it's supper time. You know, I brought a tear to his eye the day that Jerry Garcia died. Said he was the genius of his time. Yeah, friend of the devil, friend of mine. All right, all right. Don't try to bind and make the time. A couple of joints and a bottle of wine. You'll be glad that you did. With the Grateful Dead spinning around, kick your feet back, be a stand, bit by the light of the Brooklyn Kid. Na na na, na na na, na na na, na 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 na. Thank you. All right, let's see. This is a song by a buddy of mine, Will Kimbrough, that I had heard several years ago, probably 25 years ago, in off a Todd Snyder record, who's another really awesome artist. And I just released this. I released it a couple of years ago, and I really figured that this song wouldn't mean as much as it does right now, you know, but I think it does. I don't know. This is called the Ballad of Biddy and Willie. Betty was black, Willie was white. Betty and Willie got it on one night. Climbed in a bottle of Tanqueray. They fell in love that very day. Sat by the fire, listened to jazz. They had pretty little dreams, like every couple has. But they had to be careful where they went out at night. Betty was black, Willie was white. Yep. Willie's old man cut him out of the will. You know, he hired a lawyer, sent Willie the bill. He said, do what you want, boy, anything is fine. Say, from now on, you ain't no son of mine. Betty's mama, you know, she tried to understand, but Daddy just gave her the back of his hand. Say, get out of this house, girl, don't you never come back. Willie was white, Betty was black. Yeah. You know, the next few years, they were difficult ones. You know, they put up with sneers and social shuns. Then one year, the boar's son named him Tad. Dreamed of a year a little less bad, with Tad would stand in the skin of brown, a valedictorian's cap and gown. Dream of a day when everything's all right. Be proud to be black and be proud to be white, and dream of a day when everything's all right. Betty was black and Willie was white. Black and Willie was white. Thank you. All right, this is a song that I wrote with the previous artist that was singing on here, Mike McClure, my old pal from Stillwater, Oklahoma. It's where we met, and really where my journey into this Americana music began. I was playing country songs and rock and roll songs, and I didn't know that you could just write your own songs. And I was about 15 years old when I made that jump from Yukon, Oklahoma to Stillwater, Oklahoma. And that jump to Stillwater, Oklahoma has taken me a lot of places in my life that I'm very proud to say that I've been. And one of them is right here, doing exactly what we're doing. But this is the tune that we wrote here in right north of me, here in Austin. Well, it's late, and you know I've been up drinking. I'm talking to myself, bubbling down the hall. Ain't this great? Another fabulous disaster. Well, I can't wait for the next hammer of all. Marijuana is bad on baby. Don't mean I won't win the war. And you don't even know what it is that you're fighting for. Now it's a leave, and I know you've been waiting. You're waiting for me to finally come. Talking dirty, but it ain't what you really wanted. So slam another phone up against the wall. Marijuana is bad on baby. Don't mean I won't win the war. And you don't even know what it is that you're fighting for. You think about me when you're out there, honey. You know sometimes I will. Sometimes I feel like a broken stone rolling down your well. Marijuana is bad on babe. Don't mean I won't win the war. And you don't even know what it is that you're fighting for. Thank you. All right. This is one request from my wife from the other room in there. This one I wrote 4 years ago. And once you get kind of listening, if you're listening here to the words, you'll see where I was heading with this. But 4 years ago. Taken to the streets and they're screaming your name, grinding their teeth while you're drinking champagne. You'll hear the sound as it slips down the drain. Coming for you, Sam Hain. Coming for you, Sam Hain. Hey, all of your money and all of your fame won't buy you shit when it's all in flames. You're right now on your name. Coming for you, Sam Hain. Coming for you, Sam Hain. Yeah, the button and the windows, locking all the doors, wiping off the shelves of the grocery store, banging on your drum as you're marching us to war. What you gonna do that for? Coming for you, Sam Hain. Baby's crying in the dead of night. She's working double shifts just to make things right. Ain't the only one with his goddamn pie. Coming for you, Sam Hain. Coming for you, Sam Hain. Hear the bleeding in the schools, bleeding in the bars while you're rolling down fifth in your bulletproof car. Nobody ever thought you would make it this far, especially you, Sam Hain. Especially you, Sam Hain. Yeah, the boarding and the windows, locking all the doors, wiping all the shelves of the grocery store, banging on your drum as you're marching us to war. What you gonna do that for? Yeah, the boarding and the windows, locking all the doors, wiping all the shelves of the grocery store, banging banging on your drum as your mom does a war. What you gonna do that for? Coming for you, Sam, hey. Coming for you, Sam, hey. Thank you. I'm gonna. Willie, you still in there? Yeah. All right. This is a song I wrote for my son. His name's Willie. I know he's listening. I wrote this in Little Rock, Arkansas, on Bill Clinton Avenue. 250,000 things to do today. I only got room for two. I guess I'll look the other way. Nothing I can't undo. Yeah, there's the ones that say that they gotta be on time. Friday afternoon paper deadline. I hate to let them down. We'll catch up when this circus comes around. And I know last week I said we'd be together. Then I had to fly. Today, my boy, no matter what the weather. Today you are the sky. Well, I know there's times you think that I'm not there, but the one that stands beside you knows I'm everywhere. And I'll never let you down. We'll catch up when the circus comes around. Yeah, that's okay, they all can wait, 'cause baby, we got things to do. The wine will flow, the wheels will roll on Sunday. Today's your brother and you. Well, I know there's times that you think that I'm not there, but the one that stands above us knows I'm everywhere. And I'm rolling into town, 'cause last night the circus tent came down. 250,000 things to do today. I only got room for you. Thank you, thank you. All right. My friend Mike, who just played, excuse me, previously, had written a song about a guy that was very dear to our hearts named Tom Skinner. And he was a musician from Oklahoma. And he didn't have a whole lot of records. He helped a whole bunch of people out, a whole bunch of musicians out. And he's written a lot of good songs before he passed a few years ago. And he's kind of the reason we all do it up there in Okieville. But this is, in my opinion, his the best thing he ever wrote, and quite possibly one of my favorite songs ever. Well, I called up Lucky on the telephone. I asked old Lucky what's been going on. I got a mess of the blues that you wouldn't believe. Seems like every time I turn around, somebody's trying to knock me down. I don't have any tricks left up my sleeve. I said, Lucky, that ain't nothing new. I've been having me a hard time to Hey, I know what you're going through, and that's a mighty heavy load. I can't ever think of one fine day that town is gonna roll away. Be a songwriting Hemingway, we'll be listening on the Skyline Radio. Hey, this is way too small of a town to be able to keep any secrets down. Everybody knows your business before you do. Won't believe some other things I hear about some of the fine folks who live around here. Everything my wife swapping drug drinks to practice voodoo. Hey, get me a hand and get in line. Hurry up, don't waste no time. Step on up right this way if you want to see the show. Well, let me out, mix you up, and your man and fill your cup. Down another day, check your local listings on the Skyline Radio. He just this morning heard the president say he came up with a plan that's gonna save the day. But it was sung a big committee up on Capitol Hill. David singing, but the song is the same. He knows right where to lay the blame. Always been that way, and it's that way still. Traffic pines and zodiac signs. Everybody's dialing up a psychic line. Profit maximization is the ultimate goal, don't you know? Boots, tents, prison camps. Girls get away with murder due to mental cramps. It's a gratification on remote control and the Skyline Radio. Someday I'm gonna take that ride. I wanna have you going by my side. You'll be Bonnie and I'll be Clyde, but no particular place to go. We'll let the kid make the motor run. Talk about it in the morning sun. Be the best thing we ever done. You and me, girl, in the Skyline Radio. Skyline Radio. Skyline Radio. Thank you.
Cody Canada.
Sure has been a pleasure, guys.
That was like right on the money, 9 o'clock. You've done this before.
I have done this a few times.
It's so great to see you. Thank you for being here tonight.
Yes, ma'am. I love you with all my heart, Miss Jessie. You know that.
I love you. I miss you.
I miss you too.
I've been watching the kids grow up on Facebook, just in increments. It's amazing how big they are.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. Yeah, Dirks is 15 and 6'3", and Willie's 12 and he's almost 5'10", so they just keep getting bigger and they're just dripping with talent, which I'm very, very excited about watching their future.
Oh, it's so wonderful. You're doing, just such a good job being parents, both you and Shannon. And it's just a joy to, again, just kind of drop in on you. You don't know I'm doing it, but
well, thank you.
Just been wonderful watching. I guess the last time I saw you guys was in Waco for Wade's event, which, thank you, Wade Bowen, for doing what you do too, if you're still out there, because that's just an incredible event that brings everybody together and raises money. So, we look to musicians always. You guys are the first to give back. So thank you.
Well, thank you. And everybody vote. I know I don't have to say that on here, but we gotta make this right.
Yeah, we do. Yeah, we got one chance.
Yes, ma'am, we do.
So again, thank you. Thanks to Mike McClure too. I'm going to throw it back to Kari and Scott now for a wrap for this evening. Thank you again.
Bye. Love you.
Love you.
Yes, thank you. Thank you, Cody. That was another incredible night. Thank you to all our artists, musicians, speakers, everybody that works together, Jesse, everybody that works together to make this thing happen in front of the Zoom camera and behind the scenes. It really takes a village to put on what we're doing. And it's just really important. On Voice for Humanity, we just strive, we want to do action and we want to do the work, but we want to find a way to make it where we can come together and we can find a little bit of joy in it, because the work can be hard and can be daunting sometimes. So when we can find, these few hours during the week to come together and just kind of fill us back up again, so we can keep marching forward, that's really important and really needed in these day and age. Seems like more than ever. Honestly. So thank you everybody from the bottom of my heart. I'm always just filled with joy anytime we put on one of these events, or anytime I see the list growing exponentially of people that are signing up to write postcards, seeing social media posts all over of envoys and our writers on vacation and writing in the car as they're driving, bringing in family members and making it a family event. So there's so much joy in what we're doing and the work that we're bringing, because it's so very important to reach out to these unregistered voters. And so thank you. Just thank you for all of that. We have a lot of stuff going on, so keep checking back. We have a shiny new page, our virtual events page. So if you just go to envoysforhumanity.org, you can go through our menu and find all the different things on information about postcarding. That's where you're going to send everybody, is to our postcarding page at envoysforhumanity.org. Now we have our virtual events page, so you can see and sign up for all the events, and you can look at it in one spot to see what we have going on, because as we get closer to the election, we want to ramp up events. We can get more writers and get more work done and reach out to more unregistered voters, because it's so important to not only get people thinking about voting that are already registered, but start growing that Democratic base in these red states, in these red districts, and growing that base by reaching out to unregistered voters, purged voters. That's kind of what we are keeping an eye out for, is data for that type of person to get them registered, to help grow that base, not just get the base out, but we got to grow it. So we do have our contest going on. So again, send anybody that's a new writer to envoysforhumanity.org/postcarding, and there'll be a get address button, and then you go through the whole form. The same form, I know there was questions, that same form also has a prompt where you can sign up for the North Carolina list. So if you want to write for Maddie right now, just to get your fingers keep moving, just grab 20 addresses or something to help her out. And then as soon as North Carolina goes live, we will reach out to you if you click yes and you want to be on that wait list for North Carolina. Should be out in 24 hours. We're very, very excited for that. And then again, we are raising money for Powered by People. And so keep an eye out on our social media, our Facebook page, Twitter, and we'll keep posting that link. If you post directly through our Envoy Powered by People link, then we get tagged as Envoys helping to donate, and then you get entered into the contest, the raffle drawings, to either win the print or to win the original portrait at the end of the contest, depending on how much you donate. So the more you donate, the more fun stuff you can actually win. So keep that in mind. And I think that's about it. Scott, do you have anything else to add to that before we say goodbye to everybody?
I'm just psyched that we're going to do it again on Thursday night, and we're going to go for 3 hours on Thursday night, and we're going to need every bit of that time, because there's going to be so much music involved with Scott Strick, with a whole bunch of our favorite people that we've experienced from Austin over the course, and we couldn't get them all, but we got most of them were able to make it. Scott Strickland, we all just really loved, and they're so excited to have him coming back. Of course, Kevin Russell is where this kind of all started back in June, and he really just showed us how it's done, and just the vibe that we wanted to set, and helped us meet Scott, and helped us meet Kelly McQuee, which will also be here. who will always also be here. And he also helped us, Kevin Russell also helped us meet Guy and Jessica. I mean, personally, and since we were kind of, doing the talent hunting, it was us that needed to meet them, and Kevin did it. And so now they're all coming back for one night, and it's going to be just incredible. There's even rumor that that Ben from Beetroot might be joining Kelly McWee at their home in Austin for that set. So we love Beetroot Revival, and they were not able to make it, but we might get a little bit of Ben. So maybe we'll get a lot of Ben. And Ben we'll stick around for an extra half hour if Ben wants to do So anyway, it's kind of like that. It's a big music night, and we're going to really go for it. And we hope that people can stop in and dance around their living room, or paint, or write postcards, bring their family, be their friends, really hang out. They can come, they can go. It's going to be going on for a while. So, and please share with your friends about what's going on, because they're going to be stoked if you get them to check this out. I know I've got a few people coming for the first time this time, so if we can all reach out to a couple of people that maybe haven't done this is good. If they're music fans, they're going to be into it. We get them in here, we draw them in, and they may not even think they're going to write postcards, but we get them in here and we'll suck them in, and before they know it, they'll be heroes for North Carolina. So, but anyway, awesome job tonight, Jesse, Kari. We're building a space that is just involving more and more people. Leanne, amazing energy. Of course, Amanda has been with us all the way. So, we're missing Sierra this week, but anyway, it's just a big family, and it keeps growing, and we are so excited that everybody is a part of it. Brandy has been, Carla, Brandy working behind the scenes. So it's very exciting. And I could go on. Sharon and Ginger and the list goes on. Kristen lining up, Robyn tonight. I just couldn't be more excited about this team and everybody's contributions. So thank you, everybody.
Yes, thank you guys so much. We also are going to have the artist that painted the original painting of the El Paso Strong Beto portrait. He will also be on Thursday, so we will have some live art going on too, as we have this whole music festival. So I'm so excited to it's going to be a great vibe. And again, just pop in if you can. And all the information is on our website on our virtual events page, where you can sign up for that. And
different Zoom link this time. Definitely, it's a lot of us have gotten used to using this same Zoom link, and so that is you do need to sign up to grab that link, or connect with us on Workplace, or if you miss it at the last second, we don't want you to miss it, but we'll make the link available. But ideally, you get it off of Mobilize, so we get a head count of who's coming and can feel like we're gonna have some action.
Awesome. Thank you guys so much. I'm gonna you have an opportunity to unmute yourself if you want to say goodbye as you're popping up the Zoom, so we can go to your face. Thank you. Bye, everybody.
Bye, everyone.
Everyone.
Thanks, Kari and Scott. See ya.
Bye. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, guys.